one of the storylines will be, is LeBron James there because Bronny's playing? And if he's there, how does he conduct himself? Is he sitting with Lakers people? Because there's seemingly a real fracture in that right now.
Did you see the DeAndre Ayton thing yesterday?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's just the latest bit of this.
Yeah.
Like there's all these little things that independent of anything else, you're like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but when you add them all up and you put them in the same story, it's like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
And so the one was LeBron opts into his $50+ million player option and then gets Clutch, his representation, to release a statement that is the most passive-aggressive statement you've ever read.
No kidding.
It's like, LeBron's thrilled about continuing with the Lakers, even though he knows, I'm paraphrasing, but like they're focused on the future. And even though his goal is to win a championship, and it doesn't appear their goal is to win a championship with LeBron James, he's still happy to be a Laker, be in business with the Lakers.
Yep.
It was like, what is that, right? Then he pops up on social media. He's like working out at the Cavs facility.
Right.
And then acts like he's surprised that people take note of this, which is just like weird. And I love our king, but that's just weird behavior. He's a smart guy. He knows when it starts circulating. Of course. There's a picture of him at the Cavs facility. He knows what people are going to do. And then he jumps on social media and is like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? You know what people are going to do if you're photographed at the Cavs facility. Whether it's sensible or not, you know what people are going to do. So why are you acting like you're surprised by what people are doing? So then there's that. Then there's the fact, I guess, Brian Windhorst pointed this out on radio in Cleveland. He's like, LeBron opted in. Like when other players opt into contracts, it is immediately announced or very quickly or as soon as it can be announced by the team. And then there's a quote from a general manager like, we've done great things with this player and we look forward to the future. And there's just none of that with LeBron and this Lakers opt-in. The Lakers have not acknowledged it in any way whatsoever. And so it's just like passive-aggressive stuff back and forth. And then the latest, the DeAndre Ayton thing that you mentioned, DeAndre Ayton met with the media and was asked about, becoming a member of the Lakers. He's a former number 1 overall pick. And he was like, got a text from Luka. Luka's ripped. He said Luka's ripped. That's interesting because that's certainly not the way people have described Luka previously. Most famously, Nico Harrison.
Right.
He said, Luka's ripped. And I got a text from him and like looking forward to being teammates and woohoo. And then somebody like the natural follow-up is like, so how'd the conversation with LeBron go? He's like, I hadn't heard from LeBron. So it's like, he is clocked out of this thing. He's mad. He's in his feelings a little bit.
There's too many
little things.
Yeah, there's too many little things.
And yet I can sit here, I can hold both of these opinions. It's passive-aggressive nonsense that I don't like in my own life. Like, I don't like people being passive-aggressive with me. I try not to be passive-aggressive with other people. Like, if you got something to say, let's say it.
Yep.
But, like, stop with all the little... I don't like it.
Yeah, I got it.
This is the kind of stuff, if I were the Lakers or I were LeBron, if I were on either side of this, I'd pick up the phone and be like, yo, what's going on? Let's figure this out. Let's talk through this right now and get this figured out because I don't like this part of it. So I think it's all silly and should be beneath everybody. It's just not a good way to be doing business. It's a very high-profile thing. Most famous basketball player in the world, probably most famous basketball franchise in the world, and they're being passive-aggressive in a very public way. I'd cut all that out. That said, I can hold this opinion too. I get why LeBron's feelings are hurt. Even if I were talking to him, I'd be like, you got to get over this and stop acting this way. But I understand it because do you know what it must be like? And this is just me projecting because I've never really been the center of anybody's attention. But do you know what it must be like when, for more than 20 years now, everything's been about him. Like, what do you want us to do? Where do you want to live? Do you want your son on the team? Okay, we'll do that. Like, who do you want to trade? Who do you want to bring in? How much money do you want to make? Like, when do you want the plane to leave? When do you want the plane to land? Everything for 20 plus years, dating back to when he was a teenager,
right,
has been all about him. Every other high school player, basically in the history of grassroots basketball, at some point is made to pick Are you going to do the Nike events or the Adidas events or the Under Armour events? Are you a Nike kid or an Adidas kid or an Under Armour kid? LeBron, famously, just did whatever he wanted. He'd go to Adidas one week, go to Nike the another week. Since he was a high school player, every single thing has been completely about him. And for the first time in 20 plus years, he is realizing that it's not about you anymore. We're not trying to maximize the end of your career. We have Luka Doncic now. A year ago, we didn't think this was even possible. But now that is our emphasis now. We are building around him for the future, not you for now. And that's why people continue to think, we talked to Vernon about it yesterday, that at some point he will say, you got to get me out.
You got to get me out. Because I think, too, like when you make the Luka trade during the middle of the season last year, it's like, okay, our roster clearly has issues, but like, wait till next season. Like, we just went and got Luka. We got two of the best players in the world. Like, we'll take that leap literally next season, and they do nothing in the offseason to make them. I mean, frankly, they didn't do anything to make themselves better this season.
They've made some moves, but they've lost important pieces too.
Losing DFS was big for them. He's one of their best defenders, if not their best.
So, it is possible that there is literally nothing the Lakers could do to put them in championship contention right now, as long as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is healthy.
Sure.
All right. That's the bar that's the ceiling you can't crash through. Those guys being healthy. So it's possible there's nothing they could do to actually get them where LeBron wants to be. But the issue here is that for maybe not the first time, but in the most obvious way, they're not trying to maximize now. It is not the priority.
It's not. You can tell.
Now is not the priority. They would like to win another championship in Los Angeles someday, but they are not doing everything they can do to try to do it before LeBron James calls it a career. And that is the root cause of everything else you're watching unfold right now. That's the root of everything. I thought this would be about me until I wasn't here anymore, because every season of basketball I've ever played dating back to high school has been about me. And they're like, yeah, but we got Luke at the trade deadline. So we have to set our sights on different things and adjust in real time. And that is what we've done. So again, that'll be among the stories tonight. And it doesn't matter what happens. You ready for this? He can walk in, sit right next to Rob Pelinka. That'll be a story. He can walk in, sit opposite the Lakers front office. That'll be a story. He can walk in and be as cool as you could be. That'll be a story. He could not show up. That'll be a story. Whatever he does, it'll be a story. Whatever it does, they'll be talking about it on ESPN tomorrow morning. And by talking, I mean arguing and yelling and stuff.
And that's why this is the game instead of Dallas versus the Spurs and Dylan Harper.
100%.
That's why this is the game.
Because that's what they normally do.
It's 1 versus 2.
It's 1 versus 2.
Yep.
That's what they usually try to do, or often try to do. Not here. What can we do? It's Cooper Flagg. We got to do that. Opening night, Las Vegas Summer League in prime time. Got to have Cooper Flagg, obviously. What's the best thing we can put against him? Bronny and the Lakers, because it's Bronny, because it's the Lakers, and because LeBron may or may not be there. And either way, we got something people will turn on the TV tonight. You know, people during football season turn on the TV sometimes, literally just to see if Taylor Swift is there, right? Is Taylor Swift at the game? That's a thing that happens in football now. Wonder if Taylor Swift's going to be there. Let me turn it on and see. Cut the camera to her real quick. She's here. There she is walking in. That's what will happen tonight on some level. People will turn on their television to see if LeBron James is there and what he does while he's there. It's a crazy world we live in.
Crazy world, man.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.